Hey everybody, welcome to this demo video. My name is Brad Hudson and I'm excited today to show you our PHP samples repository for our transactional mandrill API. So first things first, where you find it. You're going to go on GitHub and you're going to navigate to the Intuit developer group organization. And then down here you'll be able to search and we'll be able to find the PHP samples along with all of our other SDK samples in this organization as well. So today we're going to be covering the PHP implementation, and up here you'll see we have a lot of different folders and files, and we'll be going over a few of these. We've also created a UI application to help you along the way, make it a little bit easier to run the scripts, but you could also just kind of like grab the scripts from our use cases folder, and we will cover that as well. Now, some prerequisites before you start. You're going to need PHP 7.4 plus, Composer, and of course a mandrill API key. Now, where do you find that API key at? Well, once you log into MailChimp, over on the left-hand side, you'll see the Automations tab. You're going to navigate to the Transactional section. You're going to click Launch App. That's going to bring you over to the mandrill app, where down you can click the Settings button and create a new API key. So, let's go ahead and get this installed. Now, first things first, you're going to want to clone the repository, which I've already done, but you're going to grab this SSH, navigate to your terminal, and then run, git clone SSH key. So at this point, we have our repository. So we've changed directory into it. Now we're going to navigate to the scripts folder. We're going to run composer install. That has installed all of the libraries that we're going to need for this demo. The final step is going to be to create your env file with the API key. Now over here I have it loaded up in Cursor, and we have this example env file where you will paste your API key right here along with the from name and email and your to name and email. All right, at that point, we're ready to go. So now we want to cd into the scripts folder, which we already are. Then we're going to run this server command, which is going to spin up our helpful UI. And at this point, we can navigate to localhost port 8000, and we're presented with our application. So all this is doing is it's a helpful interface for you to run our 5 script examples. So the first one being sending a single email to a single recipient. We have merge tags, we have attachments, we have a template example, and what we call a kitchen sink all features example. So with this first one, let's go ahead and click generate test email. It has been sent successfully. And there it is. So this is sent from this repository, locally, of course. If we navigate to our scripts folder, we'll be able to see kind of what's happening in here. So up here at the top, you see that we're requiring a lot of different files. As I kind of scroll through here, the way we've created this application is the scripts then call functions. The script name that the route passes along is then going to call the appropriate function. So sending a single email, we can then navigate over to the file email with single recipient.php, and we will see that. So hello HTML world from MailChimp Transactional API demo right there. So what's happening in this file is we're creating our client, and then we're creating our message, and then we're simply calling MailChimp messages send function to send that message. And you can see here inside of the message we have an HTML value, we have a text, we have the subject, the from name, and we have our to along with any headers, and then we'll show you a few other different options. Down here on the send advanced email, we've included a few other of those advanced objects, or options rather, such as tracking opens and clicks and tags. And kind of some error handling and whatnot. But so with this simple example, you should be able to get up and running in your own application. So let's take a quick look at the next one, which is merge tags. So here we have John Smith, and you could change these values. You could, make this Brad or whatever you'd like. Let's go ahead and click generate test email. And there we go. So this is demonstrating how to use merge variables and tags with our Mandrill API. And similarly, if you go to email with merge tags, you can scroll through and you'll see here's what they pre-populated the merge fields with. And here's where you can see them being used. Let's take a quick look at our next one, sending email with attachments. So this is going to add a sample.pdf that we have in the repo along with a readme.txt. All right, we've just queued that up. And as usual, we can navigate to email with attachments.php, and we can see that we're reading the file. It's finding the file within our repository, and it's adding it to this attachments array. And down below, you'll see where we're crafting our message. And then, of course, we're sending the message. And so just kind of highlighting how easy it is to use Mandrill, and specifically with our PHP SDK, to send attachments and emails in general. Let's see if that's come through. So documents attached. So here's our sample.pdf. Here's our readme.txt. So let's take a quick look at these last two examples. We have send email using a template. So we have a welcome template and we have a greetings template. So we'll just leave it as is, fire off that welcome template. And as usual, you could go check out sending an email with a template and use this as your own. So over here, we also have this use cases folder where we try to kind of highlight the use cases themselves. So let's take sending a single email to a single recipient. It's kind of like a mini instructional guide within it, so you don't have to worry about everything else. So we've kind of cut the code out that you can use to its smallest example. We're just getting our API client, crafting the message, and then sending the email. Have some key points that we've highlighted, and then the response along with the related documentation. So if you're trying to find something specific, it might be in here. For example, our kitchen sink all features demo highlights merge tags, embedded images, tracking, headers, etc. And so you could kind of come in here and see how we're doing that and hopefully mirror that within your own application. So I think if we go back, this was our template example. Very nice. And then finally our kitchen sink all features example, which this one shows merge tags, attachments, tracking, headers, and other metadata. Now this one uses all the features along with attachments, so this might take just a second. But like I said, you can navigate here to learn about that, or of course, you can check out kitchensinkemail.php. And here you'll be able to see where everything is loaded and how that is sent. And here's the result, along with our attachments. So hopefully this repository helps you all explore the transactional Mandrill API, and we hope that this is helpful for you. If you have any questions, please attend our office hours or open up an issue with the repo, or shoot us an email over at Intuit. So hope you have a great rest of your day, and we look forward to seeing what you build.